Okay, so this video is going to talk about the menstrual cycle. So if that's a dysphoria trigger, you might want to skedaddle and go away because this might be triggering. I don't know. So I might have noticed my first change since starting on the sertraline. But first I want to explain something. The menstrual cycle. The first day of your cycle is the first day of your period. So you have your period. All of your hormones are at their lowest point. As your period finishes, your estrogen rises, and it peaks just before ovulation, and then it will fall. But as the estrogen falls, progesterone rises because your body is, building it up just in case you get pregnant. And the progesterone will rise up slowly and kind of plateau and then fall. And when the progesterone falls, you get your period and the cycle starts anew. So right now I'm in the fertile phase of my cycle. I track my cycles on an app, but I also pay attention to my body. And, I'm having the raw egg white discharge that sperm really likes. So that's how I know that, I'm fertile, and it stops when I ovulate. So usually at the start of my fertile phase, when the estrogen goes up, I experience some mood instability, and I didn't this month. I didn't have crying fits, and usually I get super emotional, and I didn't this month. Okay. Now the test will be after I ovulate and when my progesterone goes up, because it seems that people with premenstrual dysphoric disorder, which is the meaner mommy of PMS, premenstrual syndrome, premenstrual dysphoric disorder, it seems to be an oversensitivity to progesterone. So if I were to go on birth control to stop my periods, it might actually make things worse for me, because it's the progesterone that's the problem, apparently. So the sertraline may stabilize me through this, and it could be that some of my problems are PMDD, and I think I could be going through perimenopause, which is like a 10-year period trending towards menopause. My mom went through menopause in her 50s, so I would probably follow her. And I'm not concerned about it, but it makes sense when I think about the past couple of years, how my periods have changed a little bit in terms of how they affect me. But the depression has probably contributed a lot too, because my normal in-between periods kind of felt like what PMS used to feel like in my 20s. This kind of not so great, kind of cranky, but, sleeping more. But then I'd have my period and I'd feel better and I'd be back to my chipper old self. And my normal has felt like PMS constantly. And then when I get to my premenstrual phase, it's so much worse. And if you have PMDD and you're dealing with depression on top of it, it can make it really complicated. But maybe this medicine is working. Maybe this sertraline is working. I don't know yet. I have to wait till I ovulate and then see where I go from there. And I will see my therapist on the 11th. So, yeah, it's all going to be telehealth. I told her there's no way I can come in there, but we can do it by video, so it'll be okay. But anyway, I'm noticing changes, and hopefully they're good ones.